What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to The Only Way is Wagers episode 4. We're on episode 4 now. We're getting a couple of big money ones in here. We're playing against Harry or Rotoshore. We've got some other cool stuff. We have a massive game at the end which goes right down to the wire basically, despite me building a big lead. There's a lot of interesting stuff goes on, but before we get stuck into it, what I do want to say is if you want a fast and reliable coin service, check out utcointrader.com. There is a link to them in the description below. But here we are, we're up against Harry or Rotoshore. I'm using the usual wager team. I may include it at the end if people haven't seen it already, or you can go back and watch previous episodes if you haven't already watched them. But I take the lead there with a lovely goal from Gundogan after some good play with Ben Arthur. This game is for 35k, so it's quite a big one, but Harry obviously being terrible and desperate for a win, he has to tramp it across there to Marco Reus, but it is all me in this first half, and despite it only being 1-1. So we come out in the second half and somehow, don't really know how he does it, but he chips the ball over to Reus and my goalie just goes full on retard, goes to try and punch the ball and completely misses it and gives him an easy goal there. Very, very disappointing for stuff like that to happen, but there's nothing you can do about it. But then I decided to actually start playing properly, and we get the ball out here to Gundogan. I play it across to the guy down the bottom, Ben Arthur, who does a lovely little scoop, nearly called it rainbow flick for some reason there, runs to the byline, whips it in onto the head of David Luiz, and we start to get it back. It's back to 2-2 now, and of course we can beat Harry with him being so terrible at the game anyway, and we give it to Ben Arthur here, who plays a 1-2 with Schürrle, or what it looks like it'll be a 1-2. He keeps running, maybe he gets it back at the end. We then play it to Sissoko, who I think drops it back to Schürrle, who absolutely just lovely finesses it from the edge of the box in the 79th minute, and that is how it finishes. We win it 3-2, very comfortable win, never had any doubt about beating Harry whatsoever, despite his team. I'm only trolling. But we got the 35k that we wanted, and we go and accept it, and we move on to a decent bit of profit now in the top corner. You can see it all up there. We also include the stakes and stuff up there as well. So the next game, as we discard this fella that we randomly get, the next game is up against Luke Pingu. Some of you may know of him, not many of you do. He is a relatively small streamer, but he's a really sound guy, and we play up against him for 15k. I stream all these wagers as well, so if you're wondering, that is where I find, if you want a chance to play me, you have to be in my streams when I'm doing wagers. So that is that. We come up against him, as you can see here. He has a very interesting 3-5-2 team. Very pacey defence with two great strikers with Lewandowski and Eschwein. Very pacey out wide. Solid DMs with Javi Martinez and Luis Gustavo. And Diego is very good too. But doesn't take us long to take the lead here with Schürrle. Now, the previous times I've played Luke, they've been very close games, and he's beaten me in most of them. And there, I nearly managed to get the goal there with Ben Arthur, but it went out for the corner, and we gave it to Alaba, who quickly whipped it in onto the head of David Luiz, who just beat the keeper to it and made it 1-0 there. It didn't take us long, just to the 22nd minute, to make it 2 as we go on attack here with Gundogan. Some interesting play there to cut back and then go back the other way with Alaba, and it just kept like confusing his defence here, and managed to get an easy cross in onto the volley of Podolski, who's an absolute beast, might I add, and he made it 2-0 for us with a lovely little goal there. Then Podolski almost manages to get himself through, but then we play it out wide to Gundogan to continue the attack, who I believe does a driven cross, more of a floated cross onto the head of Podolski again. The second cross to him, they're so overpowered, but that made it 3-0 for us, and it's looking like we're going to have a nice, easy, comfortable 15k here. I think I flashed the halftime stats up on the screen now. It shows 1 shot on target for him to my 6 and 10 shots to 2, which you'd expect this scoreline with a thing like that. It wasn't like I was unjustly winning by that much, but Podolski here manages to trick the defender with a nice little touch and get himself away nice and easily, and I didn't want to risk it. I thought I'd just tap it across to Schürrle here, and what I'd assume would be finish the game and put it to bed, but it didn't quite go how I expected. He'd made some subs just after this, actually. I took him down for what I assumed was a penalty. Now, can someone tell me why exactly this wasn't a penalty? But he got a free kick for it. Let me just get this back up in replay now. To me, this seems ridiculously harsh to be a free kick on the edge of the box rather than a penalty. But that was what was given, but somehow it went in. Downing hit it at the wall, and it took about 10 deflections, and my goalie had already dived, and it just bounced off my goalie's back and went in. And he made some subs. He bought on Downing for the free kick. He also bought on Jovino, and I'd been stupid, and I bought on a few like stupid players up front, so I was 4-0 up, and didn't realise how wrong it was going to go. Blaszczykowski here making it 4-2 in the 83rd minute. Then Lewandowski gets the ball here, and I was all over the place, panicking because I'd lost a goal. He'd scored that ridiculous goal with Downing, and he scored a screamer of a long shot here. 4-3. I thought, he was going to catch up, but he didn't, and we managed to hold out and just get it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we lost players or what the score was, as long as we won, because it's not going to carry on to the next game, and we went and picked ourselves up the 15k. So our total at the moment is now in the top left hand corner, and that is the end of this episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy this Wager series. Please continue to show your support. I'm really enjoying doing these, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.